Reading 1. Last summer, something amazing happened. I woke up in another country. I wasn't in my cozy bed in Texas anymore. I was in a small village in Kenya. The sun was shining like a giant golden pancake in the sky, and the air smelled like dust and flowers. I traded lives with a boy named Keto for 1 week, and I couldn't wait to see what his world was like. The first day was full of excitement. Keto's family lived near a school made of wood and tin, and we walked there together. No school buses, just feed and laughter. At lunch, we ate ugali and beans, and everyone shared their food. Everything was new and fun, and I started to see how big and colorful the world really is. But by the third day, things got tricky. I missed my mom, my dog, and my soft bed. I didn't know how to help milk the cow, and I spilled half the bucket. I felt embarrassed, and some of the other kids giggled. That night, Keto's grandmother told me, "When you fall, you learn how to stand stronger." The next day, I tried again, and I finally milked the cow without spilling a drop. By the end of the week, I didn't want to leave. I had learned to play a new drum rhythm, speak a few Swahili words, and even climb mango trees. Keto and I laughed until our bellies hurt. When it was time to go home, we promised to write letters. Looking back, I feel so lucky that I traded places with Keto. It taught me to be open-minded and thankful for what I have. People everywhere have different ways of living, but that's what makes the world so amazing. I can't wait to pack my suitcase and go somewhere new again someday. Reading 2. When I woke up, I wasn't in my apartment in Seoul anymore. I was in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The sound of waves crashed like drums outside my window, and the air was warm and salty. My exchange friend Lucas shouted, "Bom dia," which means good morning in Portuguese. I could hardly believe I was really here, halfway around the world from home. The first few days felt like living inside a rainbow. The city was full of colors, from bright street art to the golden sand of Copacabana Beach. I learned to dance samba, and Lucas taught me to juggle a soccer ball on the beach. School started later than in Korea, and the students laughed loudly and greeted teachers with hugs. Lunch was rice and beans, grilled meat, and sweet fruit juice. But soon I faced a challenge. My Portuguese was terrible. I couldn't ask simple things like, "Where's the bathroom?" or "Can I borrow a pencil?" During group work, I felt invisible because I couldn't understand what my classmates were saying. It was like being a fish out of water. I wanted to dive in, but I didn't know how to swim. I almost gave up, but Lucas offered to help me a lot. By the end of the week, I was joking with classmates, ordering food by myself, and even helping Lucas learn a few Korean words. We taught our class how to write their names in Hangul, and everyone clapped. I realized I wasn't just visiting Brazil, I was becoming part of it. When I came back to Seoul, I looked at the world differently. I learned that being open-minded isn't just about trying new food or learning a new language. It's about opening your heart to new people. As my teacher says, don't judge a book by its cover because inside, every story has something amazing to teach you. Reading 3. The first thing I saw when I opened my eyes was the golden desert stretching as far as I could see. I wasn't in busy, crowded Seoul anymore. I was in Cairo, Egypt. The air shimmered with heat, and I could smell spices and sand mixed together. I met my friend Karim, and I was about to find out what life was like on the other side of the world. The first few days were full of wonder. Karim's family lived near the Nile River, and every morning we watched the sun rise like a glowing coin over the water. I learned to eat full madams for breakfast and tried to write my name in Arabic. School was so different. Students stood when the teacher entered, and everyone seemed confident when speaking up in class. On weekends, we explored ancient pyramids and museums filled with stories older than my country. I felt like I had stepped into a living history book. Then came the hard part. The heat was exhausting, and I couldn't understand most conversations in Arabic. I missed my friends in Seoul, Korean food, and my fast internet connection. It felt like I was climbing a sand dune that kept slipping under my feet. Kareem noticed I was quiet and told me, "Don't worry." Even the pyramids were built one stone at a time. That gave me hope. Little by little, I adapted. I practiced new words each night, helped Kareem's dad at his small shop, and even learned to ride a camel, though it almost threw me off once. By the end of the trip, I was laughing with Kareem's classmates and teaching them Korean words like annyeong. We even cooked kimchi fried rice together, which they called spicy magic. I realized that friendship doesn't need translation. It speaks through smiles, patience, and shared stories. When I returned to Seoul, the city lights made me feel like I am truly home. I learned that being open minded means more than visiting new places. It's about letting new places live inside you. As my mom says, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor, and now I feel ready for the waves of the world.